massive, massive uplevels are available at this time. So it's no longer necessary to have our prodigious capacities limited in the way they have been in this lifetime. And it's actually essential that we all take these uplevels now at this time and expand into those full capacities in order to anchor in the new earth energies that are coming through. We can anchor them through our projects and collaborations here in the physical realm. So what does this mean? Why would we not already have these capacities? Well, so our higher selves for this lifetime, they intentionally nerfed, like, those soft sports balls that can't hurt anybody. They nerfed our capacities in order to direct our energies and our attention towards specific in specific directions. So whatever our soul purpose was, our soul missions, they needed us to focus intensely on them and to get really powerful in those areas in order to do those missions. And other capacities that might have been distracting, like, maybe you have we'll get into that later. So these missions that we were directed towards have largely been accomplished at this time. And so, it's time for the next phase. So what are these capacities that I'm talking about? So the capacities are any area of your life or potential that you felt like you always have but could never actualize. So it's not some capacity that doesn't really make sense for your life. It's something that you already felt was part of yourself, but felt sort of strangely limited in. So for an example, maybe you had a love of music and tried to learn to play instruments, but it just never really went anywhere. Or, languages, same thing. So, or maybe you just were confused by a lack of success in some area of your life, your career, or some other area of your life. Maybe you had a hard time making friends, even though you worked really hard at being a good friend. And so, these areas of our life where we had a lot of passion and desire, and even maybe tried to excel in them, but felt kind of strangely limited. So, you've been clearing away old three-dimensional energy. You've been working really hard at this in yourself. You have been releasing old traumas. You've been releasing old thought patterns. You've been releasing old relationship dynamics. And that hard work has, first of all, thank you. Thank you so much for doing that. That makes space here in your three-dimensional vessel to anchor these energies that are coming in. So thank you for doing that. So we've just passed through all these calendar portals, like the May 5th and the June 6th and all of those. And there's been other astrological portals that we've passed through, and other portals, and not to mention all of the solar flares that we've been bathing in all summer and fall. And so now is the time. Yeah, we've completed the missions that we wanted, that we came here to do, largely. And so we have the opportunity now for phase 2 because of free will, because we've accomplished what we came here to do, and it's really up to us what we want to do from now on. And so if we want to take advantage of these up levels, all we have to do is ask. So if this feels easy for you, just ask for these up levels, and they will come. If it feels like you need to be more specific, the method that I've been using for myself and with clients is in a meditative state, an alpha state, contacting your higher self or selves, and thinking of the capacity that you want to up level. You just ask for that capacity to be up leveled, and then take a moment to pause and feel that capacity expanding, and the limitations being lifted, however that you feel that kind of energy. And then as you feel that expanding, also from your end, you can activate yourself into, like, expand into that capacity. Feel yourself expand into that capacity in your earthly body, your life, your being, your earthly being, so that you have access to it now in this life, in this body. And there seems to be no specific limit to how many capacities you can do this with. In fact, the more capacities you had limited in this lifetime, the more you can up level. If you only had a few limited, then you're only going to need to up level a few of them. There also doesn't seem to be any time frame that this needs to be completed in. So if you're watching this sometime after October 2024, you just do it now. It's ready for you. It's available. It might have already happened. You might have sort of asked in your own way and made this happen. One way to think about this, if you do role-playing games, RPG games, like you go out there and you're slaying burning skeletons and completing quests and all that sort of thing, and you get experience points, and at a certain point you get a level up for your character, and sometimes you get the opportunity to raise your stats, to raise your power or strength or persuasion or whatever capacities or stats are have been nerfed for your character. So if this all seems really self-explanatory to you, then just go for it. If it seems a little bit opaque, or you're not really sure how to get started, or it feels difficult, then please make an appointment and for an energy session, and that's what we can focus on. All right, everybody. Thanks for doing all the good work you've done so far, and I'm really excited for what you're going to do now with these new capacities, and good luck.